to keep informed with the latest happening near you.
From the station that's on your side, this is News 12 at 6 o'clock.
It's one of the largest COVID-19 studies in the entire country, and it's happening right here in Augusta. Tonight, the I-Team gives you exclusive access as researchers look at the long-term effects on everything from your taste and your smell to your sleep.
But first up, just days away from Thanksgiving, and we're about to get...
Still ahead tonight, one of the country's largest COVID-19 studies in our own backyard. Our I-Team gives you an exclusive look behind the scenes next.
And feel like temperatures tomorrow morning down into the 20s. We'll see how long this cold air sticks around in that full forecast coming up. With those low temperatures down near freezing for us. For Thanksgiving, we warm up back at least into the mid to upper 60s, but another front moves through Friday morning and cools us back down heading into the weekend.
Good advice from the sprinklers. Nobody needs that ice out of the roadways in the morning. Okay, tonight for the first time ever, we're getting an inside look at one of the largest and most important COVID-19 studies in the country.
And it's happening right here in our own backyard at Augusta University, but it could help people all over the world. Our Meredith Anderson is the only reporter with this exclusive access. Researchers at the Medical College of Georgia aren't the only ones making history. After tonight, some of you might answer the call to help them write it.
You might say Sarah Moore is already recording COVID history. As our assistant news director,
Tim, you got me?
she helps lead our team here at News 12 behind the scenes. But now she's seated on the other side of our cameras because she's on the other side of this story.
What makes you want to participate in this study?
Honestly, I'm just interested.
Fair enough. Yeah, okay.
Sarah got married last December, just as a precaution before she returned to work.
I didn't even think I had COVID.
She came here to AU's drive-through testing site.
And do you remember the day that you tested positive?
Yeah, December 19th.
The newlyweds quarantined. Sarah had 0 symptoms. Her husband tested negative. So when researchers at MCG asked her to join their study,
We will do a blood draw this morning.
Okay.
she wondered if she'd even be helpful.
I spill blood for this job.
She never expected it could end up helping her. More on that in just a minute.
Okay, well, I'm going to be doing a neurological exam on you today, so we're kind of going to go head to toe.
Dr. Elizabeth Rutkowski is part of the COVID-19 Neurological and Molecular Prospective Cohort Study in Georgia, or CONGA for short. Our I-Team first told you about this study more than a year ago, when both she and MCG Dean Dr. David Hess sat down for their very first interview together via a computer in my dining room. They told me they wanted to follow 500 people who had COVID for 5 years.
I want you to close your eyes and try to keep your balance.
That includes people like Sarah,
Perfect. Okay, you can take a seat.
who were asymptomatic, or so they thought.
I don't know. I mean, I've had some, heart palpitations. I don't know if that's
Definitely something
if
that's
it's that or anxiety, but
Sarah's been taking beta blockers for a few months now to keep her heart rate down. Before this appointment, it never even crossed her mind any of this could be connected to COVID.
maybe I'm just getting older and I can't cope with stress anymore. And it's been really eye-opening to know that maybe COVID played a role in something that I just thought was part of who I was.
Dr. Rutkowski says they're seeing this in a lot of patients, especially women. And because some symptoms don't show up for weeks or even months, it's easy to overlook.
brain fog, headaches, insomnia, depression, and anxiety, they're sky high. So all of those can also...
I've had all of those.
Yeah, they kind of go hand in hand, because if you're not sleeping and headaches, most people don't feel their sharpest either.
All of those are difficult to quantify. So doctors are also studying something they can measure, markers of inflammation. Dr. Rutkowski believes those will help unlock some of the mystery of long COVID. That's why they're drawing blood at each appointment, in addition to some seemingly strange tests.
I want you to repeat a sentence right back to me.
Okay.
The spy fled to Greece.
The spy fled to Greece.
Perfect.
None of this is random, though. Dr. Rutkowski says every word is carefully chosen, as is every movement.
I'm going to see you tap your fingers as fast as you can. Perfect.
Because each is testing a different part of Sarah's brain, and how it communicates with different parts of Sarah's body.
You haven't done the iPad test yet, right?
No.
Okay. They're really hard.
Oh boy.
The questions started easy enough.
Okay. Draw a clock, put in all the numbers, and set the time to 10 after 11.
But then,
Now I just forgot the prompt. If I go biggest to smallest.
yeah, you pretty much need a photographic memory to ace it.
Ravine.
Rhea Patel says she was most surprised by the taste and smell tests.
In the beginning, yes, I was very surprised because some people would report, nothing smells odd to me or tastes odd to me. And then you get the result back and you're like, it's definitely something has been changed here.
Patients take those when they leave.
This will be weird.
And Sarah's experience back at the station
Ew.
was also a bit unexpected.
Well, this one is supposed to smell like my options are dill pickle, bubblegum, wintergreen, or watermelon. So,
Unfortunately, we won't get to know her scores.
ugh.
She seemed to be pretty confident about smells,
That's mint for sure.
but tastes?
I don't taste anything.
Those proved to be quite the challenge.
Mm-hmm. Got that one. Salty for sure.
That's one of the reasons this study is so important. Doctors at MCG aren't collecting data from questionnaires like a lot of other COVID studies. They are doing thorough testing and thorough exams. They found their results are much different than what patients are reporting. They're also paying attention to different patients. The I-team combed FDA data about clinical trials and found only 8% of all patients in all clinical trials in 2020 were Black. From 2015 to 2019, that number was just 7%. Diversity is important, so doctors at MCG are making sure 40 to 50% of their patients in this study are Black. They've partnered with churches to help spread the word in the Black community, and they hope this story helps to reach even more people.
So that this very special population can trust us and see the value of our study and how much their help is needed.
Dr. Jason Brown knows what these patients are going through.
Puts us in perspective for sure.
He lost his sense of taste and smell when he had COVID, and getting them back was interesting.
It did kind of smell like smoke or kind of like a chlorine kind of pool smell for a little bit.
So many of you told the I-team the very same thing. A constant smell of cigarette smoke or a campfire. Dr. Brown believes our bodies are just trying to protect us.
Smoke is just one of those primal things that we're baseline supposed to register as like this is something dangerous. It should be avoided.
As for Sarah,
So this has been fascinating.
she invited our cameras along in hopes we could all learn something as we go through this experience with her. After all, doctors aren't the only ones studying COVID in real time. Journalists are too. We're all in this pandemic together, so we might as well learn from each other.
Researchers called Sarah to take part in this. They had her info from when she tested positive at their drive-through site, but you don't have to have your test results from AU, and you don't have to wait on a phone call for you to sign up. You can sign up. We will link you to that info on our website and our WRDW app. Now, this is a 5-year study, and we plan to follow Sarah all the way through, so it's a pretty good thing neither one of us plan on going anywhere.
So interesting to look into all that, Meredith. And you can also get paid for your time. You get $25 for your first visit, then $50 for each appointment after that. And it's only one appointment a year.
And you really could learn something about yourself that otherwise you wouldn't know.
Yeah, that's true.
If you just thought it was something unrelated, but they're looking for 500 people, so they need quite a few. At last check, they had 336, so hopefully they'll be able to add some News 12 viewers to the list. But fascinating study, and it never hurts to be paid for your time.
We're learning a lot already. Meredith, thank you. Coming up, a busy day in the kitchen for the Golden Harvest Food Bank.